Are your clients creating videos to help promote their business, or are they struggling to get them made? Let's talk about the barriers that are keeping your best clients, the solopreneurs and the entrepreneurs, from taking action on this really important marketing step. If any of these barriers come up in your conversations, I want to help you get past them. And stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to give you some quick tips on how to make your videos look and sound their absolute best. Our potential customers are watching lots of video today, and they're making their buying decisions based on emotional reasons. They want to make a connection with the face and voice of a brand. They don't just want to read your message, they want to see and hear your client's story. We know this already, so I ask you, what is keeping your clients from doing it? Where are the pain points? I'm willing to bet it's one of three things. They either don't think they have enough time in their schedule, they lack the technical know-how to make great videos on their own, or they don't think that they have enough budget to produce something quality. Well, I'm here today to help you work through these problems because your clients really truly do have what it takes to make great videos. My name is Jason and my Tucson, Arizona-based company is called Thunderskyvideo. I've had a camera in my hand since I was about 12 years old. I used to create my own Star Wars stories, and I'd use a camcorder to record my stuffed animals taking part in these stories. And then I'd edit the footage together. I'd play it back on one VCR and then use a second VCR to cut it all up. It was time consuming, but for me it was a lot of fun. I also proudly worked for the Walt Disney Company for 26 years. It taught me an awful lot about how to tell a great story. I later earned a degree in television and video production, and I went on to become a freelance video editor. I even have a couple years of experience in residential mortgage lending, which is very different from anything else that I've done. My career has taken a few different paths, but video production and editing has always been a passion of mine. It gets me excited every morning because I love lending my true talents and skills, and I love the ability to help other solopreneurs and entrepreneurs look and sound their best on camera. I want to be your own personal storyteller and help your clients tell the story that is authentically them. Even if you or your client has only ever shot a short video clip on your phone, I can save you time by teaching you the basics of how to make your homemade videos look and sound as good as possible. I have years of know-how in single camera production, and I can tell you there's not as much to learn as you might think to get some pretty decent footage, especially when you consider how advanced today's smartphones are. You don't need to pour hours aimlessly into YouTube searching for every technique under the sun. I can make it really easy for you by just teaching you the basics all here in one place. I can also give tips on how to overcome the reluctance to pick up the camera in the first place. I know how this goes. You think to yourself, I've got to record a video today. I know I need to do it, but how am I going to do it? Where am I going to place the camera? What am I going to say once I get the camera rolling? And oh, by the way, what am I going to do with the footage once I'm done so that I can have something that looks professional? I know I don't just want to slap it up on my website or on social media half-baked. I want it to have some kind of polish to it. So how do I do that? These thoughts are frankly exhausting, and they usually result in one of two things happening. Either one, we do go ahead and record it, and we don't do it all the way, and it doesn't look half good, and we wind up publishing it anyway, or we just don't take any action at all. I've been there, I can relate to this, and I can also give you organization and planning tips so that you can overcome this reluctance and get it done. I'd also love to help save you and your clients money. You know, most think that video either has to be totally DIY, low cost, no cost, or it's got to cost tens of thousands of dollars to go with a big production studio. While both of those are options, there is a third one. As a solopreneur myself, I not only offer education to solopreneurs and entrepreneurs, but I also offer video production and editing services so that I can help you record or edit or both. If your client wants help with video production and capture, I can bring professional equipment out to them and do that for them. If they already have good footage they want to use, I can take it and edit it into a high quality final product that can be used on their website, on YouTube, social media, and more. I have minimal overhead, so I can offer pricing that is considerably lower than what you might find at a larger scale production studio. Thunderskyvideo is a great middle of the road solution for your marketing needs. High quality video at a lower cost. For more details about how I can help, please reach out today for a free consultation. I'd love to learn about your clients and their current marketing strategies and how I can begin to work with you right away. Feel free to leave a comment if I correctly identified any of the reasons that prevent your clients from recording video today, or if maybe I left one out. Earlier I mentioned I wanted to share some tips with you that anyone can use to make their videos look and sound their absolute best. So here's what I have for you. First, it's really important to spend some time doing some pre-production work. You may push back on this if you're already pressed for time, but believe it or not, doing a little bit of pre-production work on the front end can save you an awful lot of time when you finally pull out the camera and start to record. Sit down and at least write out the high-level bullet points that you want your video to convey. Consider whether your video is meant to be an overview of your business or if you're trying to get very specific about a certain aspect or product that you offer. Maybe you're recording testimonials about people who have actually used your services. Sketch out the main points of what you want your video to cover, then for each of those points, just a sentence or two about what you want to say. If you're looking to come across very polished, these bullet points probably need to evolve into a full script that you can refer to. However, if you're fast on your feet and you want a video that's going to come across very casual, the bullet points you have are probably just fine. Read through it a few times out loud before you hit the record button, just so it starts to feel natural. Now with just a few minutes invested, you'll have a cohesive message to deliver and you'll get your videos recorded faster. My next tip for you is find great light. Whether you're shooting a video outside in the sunshine or indoors with artificial light, just find that great light and use it to your advantage. Making sure your face is well lit is really important if you're talking directly to the camera and making a connection with your audience. If you're using artificial light, such as a ring light, a video light, even a desk lamp, just try to position it above your eyes so that your eyes are lit up nice and bright. If you're shooting your video outside in the bright sunlight, try positioning yourself between the camera and the sun so that the sun is overhead and behind you. This way you'll still be well lit, but you won't be squinting when you're looking directly at the camera. The next tip is about audio. It's equally, if not more important, that your videos sound good. More people will skip watching a video if the audio has issues than they will if the video looks poor. The built-in microphones on phones and cameras have come a long way, but they're not as good as you might think to record somebody's voice standing a few feet away. There's too much ambient noise to compete with, and you don't want to have your video interrupted by birds chirping or airplanes flying overhead. Get yourself an inexpensive lavalier mic that can be clipped right to the person's shirt of whoever's talking on camera. I like to record my audio separate from the camera that I'm using for the video, and I can use it later when I'm editing the video to blend the video file with my audio file. Which is a great segue into my final tip, video editing. There's no better way to take that raw footage and make it stand out than to edit it. Some video editing software is free and some comes at a hefty premium. Editing allows you to cut out the flubs in your delivery, obviously, but it also gives you the ability to add music, graphics, B-roll footage, titles. There's really no limit to the creativity, but it's going to give you that ability to make your videos stand out and jump off the page. The greatest downside to editing is time. Both the time it takes to learn the editing software and, of course, the time it takes to edit whatever project you're working on in that moment. If you're not committed to doing this all by yourself, fortunately this is an area of expertise for people like myself and other video editors in your community. It may be worth it to you to put your video in the hands of an editor who can polish it and really allow it to stand out amongst your competitors. I hope you found this video and these extra tips valuable. If you have any questions or would like to set up a consultation, please reach out today. I'd love to learn more about your business, your marketing strategy, and how I can start to help you today. Thank you very much for watching.